that's pretty cool. I'm really happy with that. I'm not in this for popularity or approval. I just want feedback to make this the best that it can be, because so far it's been pretty fun. Um, yeah, so last time there was a review from Pax Lisa. Now there's reviews, so I'll read those reviews. CB Lupo is how I'm gonna pronounce that. It says, hey man, I don't get ASMR pleasure, but will stay subscribed for sleep material. Good stuff. So that's pretty cool. Thank you. Mechanical Lumberjack says this podcast is pretty good and helps make it easy to fall asleep. Thanks. With a little smiley emoticon, the big smile with D. And Ewok Chieftain, which is, I must say, a very relevant username, given that Star Wars comes out almost exactly a year from now. I think it comes out December 18th, 2015. That's, a year and 3 days from this recording. So Ewok Chieftain says, don't second guess yourself, dude. I think you're doing a good job. I'm waiting in anticipation for the next recording you put out, which is very encouraging. I really appreciate that. Thanks. Do it. I'm not making fun of you. I use the word dude a lot too. So that's really nice. And I've never had anything like this before, so I don't know what is a normal amount of downloads, but I think there's over 2,000 altogether for the entire show right now, so that's, I don't know, it's exciting for me. I'm happy with it. I'm just glad people are using this and getting sleepy about it. Okay, so yeah, this is the 5th recording, I think. So, that's actually the reason why it's been really hard to make recordings, because if I don't stay up late and I'm not actually doing anything else, because a lot of times I do work and writing at night. Okay, I think we're in the clear now. If I don't, I think I was making up an excuse, so I'll be perfectly honest. I'm lazy, and I just straight up didn't make any recordings for a while. But that doesn't mean I've given up. I think I've already had a sufficient amount of encouragement to keep this going for a while. So probably as long as I got a couple extra bucks for the file storage and the downloads and all that, then I'll keep doing it. And already 10 ratings, like I mentioned in the beginning, so that's way past my expectations, and I'm very happy about that. So I'll keep making these, probably weekly on average if I can. My schedule has been a little erratic lately, and city or anything, so you'd think that'd be easy. But pretty much any time during the daytime it's tough. And I have been editing and chopping these things up, so it can be done. But again, it's that background noise. So what did I want to do without making too much noise? I wanted to write down some ideas, which is kind of odd, right? I'm gonna plan out ideas for future shows and record myself talking to myself about that. And I'm still playing this game in the background. I think I was doing that, or I started playing this game around the recording of the first episode, and I'm still playing this stupid casual game. These things are terrible, but I am a dopamine addict, and I just cannot stop. Right now, as I'm recording this, I'm just pecking the screen, just back and forth. It makes me feel like a monkey pressing a button, or maybe a hamster pressing a feed button. There's something I could talk about. That's a good idea. I was thinking of, well, maybe during this episode, I'll talk about podcasts, and at another time, I'll talk about music. So, I'll just kind of go through some playlists and some. Maybe I could just go through the contents of my MP3 player. That might be fun. I've thought of doing something like that. Not too stimulating, but maybe droning enough to make you tired. Last time, I came up with the idea of semi-educational things. Or no, I think I started to do that in the beginning, doing dictionary definitions. That's kind of cool, because if you actually remain awake and you're not drifting off to sleep like you should be right now, then maybe you could learn something. But I'm not sure. That might be a little counterproductive. But, yeah, I definitely wanted to go through some textbooks at some point. And definitely reading the intros to books. I'm writing all this down. I have some gum parked up in my mouth too, which is making me salivate a little bit. I don't want to be swallowing too much. Although I might do maybe some eating recordings at some point. I'm trying to keep this as universal as possible. I would imagine most people that have ASMR see what I'm talking about and you don't understand, go on YouTube and look around for ASMR eating sounds. And if they have unmoderated comments, you'll see an onslaught of negative feedback because people don't know what the heck ASMR is, and they just badmouth the person for making gross chewing sounds. So, so I might keep that out of it. But, wow. Yeah, a good 13 minutes into this thing, and I haven't even written out ideas. So, definitely more reading. I kind of embarrassed myself by reading that that crappy short story. So I don't think I'm gonna read any more of my stuff. Plus, there's something arrogant about it. I could always find something else to read, and honestly, I'm just not at that level. Um, which is a pretty good test for me to see if something is even readable. Because if I feel weird reading it, and I'm noticing all these awkward, awkward parts of it that don't really sound that good read out loud, then people probably don't even want to hear it either. Maybe sleeping people. So, um, and I'm not being self-loathing or anything. I'm just being honest. That's not a good idea. Okay, so definitely some more reading of fiction. That was good. Topics. Definitely some scientific journal articles. Oh, and one thing I might do is brainstorming and writing out outlines for stories, which is basically my mind swimming around and meandering and ideas for plots, and um, that's probably pretty boring to most people. Dang it, I had all these ideas. I don't know where they went. So I'll do some outlining, some plotting. There was something, I can't think of what it was. It was like inventories. Oh man, it's right at the tip of my brain. It was some type of list of stuff. Maybe I could just Google around for lists or go back on Wikipedia. That might be a good idea. This recording might get cut short. Hold on. I'll have to stop this for a second. hypothesis that our experience of reality is actually a simulation, like in some type of computer. I mentioned that before. Um, that one I think would be pretty good. And if I just read a couple articles, it might be dry enough to make your eyelids heavy. Yeah. Well, that's a good 10 or so ideas. Okay, let's go through podcasts. I'm just gonna list the podcasts that I listen to in reverse alphabetical order. What the fuck? Oh, I just swore. I don't know who pays attention to this. I don't think iTunes has any podcast police. And if they do, I might have just put them to sleep and then they won't even hear this. That's kind of funny. Okay. WTF. That's Mark Maron's show. Really funny comedian. His stand-up's pretty good, and his show is funny, and it's pretty honest. He has top-notch guests, all kinds of actors, musicians. Not that I need to describe this. If you're listening to this, then you probably know about other podcasts, and that has to be one of the most popular ones, if not the most popular. I think it was at one time. Writing Excuses. That's a show made by some pretty renowned published authors. One of them is a comic book writer um, that has some pretty good input. The other two people are a science fiction writer and a fantasy writer, so it's a pretty good show. Their advice is very top notch. They're all pretty good at giving a well-rounded perspective because they all do different things, and their expertise is pretty up there as far as knowing what to do takes the subway too. I saw it on the internet. Um, this guy has an awesome, deep radio voice, and his show is, or at least the podcast, has a lot of question and answers provided by Twitter and Facebook. Those are pretty good. He is an expert at relaying highly technical, theoretical astrophysics and making it into layman's terms. He's very, very good at explaining things. Um, so that's definitely a show to check out. Starship Sofa. That's another science fiction podcast. I listen to a couple of them pretty regularly. Every now and then I will delete them and let them build up and then catch up all at once. Because I'm a binge listener, I guess. That's just something I naturally do. If I stay current with the show for too long, I eventually just have to take a break from it because I get burnt out. Or I'm not into the narrator's voice. I thought I was gonna have to stop. Where were we? Starship Sofa is short science fiction, and I think it's won some awards. It's a very good show. Well produced. The guy who runs it, Tony, I can't think of his name, is a pretty funny host. Just sounds like somebody you want to be friends with. Really nice guy. And yeah, I might have to cut this one a little shorter. It's just getting way too noisy. It's starting to get irritating. I'll try to get through these though. Starship